Hitting the ball hard, hitting the ball far, and obviously with runs they've scored, they know how to hit it as well. We've got a really good day here today, and perfect finish, the perfect day. Great
here this afternoon. Crowder, like we said, 46 and a 6 overall. Metropolitan coming in at 13 and 25 overall. This Crowder team is stacked when we come back after this timeout. We'll talk a little bit more about that. You're watching Rough Rider Baseball here on the KNEO Sports Network.
College is here to serve you.
Whether you play, Crowder provides opportunities.
Several options are our specialty.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us, it's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
No one can choose Jesus Christ for you. Being a member of a church doesn't mean that you're going to heaven. It doesn't mean that your soul is secure.
Franklin Graham, reminding us that we each have to come to Jesus Christ by faith.
I went to church for 22 years, and I was just as lost as anybody else. I went to church, I sang the hymns, I read the Bible, I even memorized the catechism. But you know what? I was lost. And there are many people here tonight, you've gone to church, you've done all kinds of things, but you've never really surrendered your life to Jesus Christ. I hadn't. I was 22 years old before I got on my knees and I said, God, I've sinned against you and I'm sorry, and I believe that Jesus Christ is your son and I want him to come into my heart, into my life, and take control.
We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association. For a free booklet about how to have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, call us toll-free at 866-JESUS-CARES or click billygraham.org.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized for delivering quality specialty care safely and effectively. They were recently named a 2017 CareCheck's Top 100 in the nation for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Call Roof One and Done, 313-5153.
Hi, I'm Jim Nelly, owner of Roof One. Before you actually see a leak, it may be too late. A leak from hail damage may not occur for 3 to 5 years, but most insurance companies allow 1 year to make a claim. Roof One gives free inspections, so give us a call. You've got nothing to lose and a new roof to gain.
Call Roof One and Done, 313-5153, area code 417.
And welcome you back as we get set for action here between Crowder and Metropolitan. Like you said, should be a good one here between these two teams. This Crowder team, they can hit the ball very well. Their leading hitter here is Jeffrey Mercado. He hits 482 on the season. He has 41 RBIs on the year as well. 7 home runs. You look, we talked about this. This team has 96 home runs as a team. Your leading home run hitter has 14 14. That's Josh Patrick. 13 for Logan Chambers. 12 for Landry Wilkerson. 11 for Ron Chris. And 10 for Frankie Solo. That's a lot of home runs between 5 guys.
That sounds like a murderer's row to me. That lets you know that it's up and down the lineup. These guys can hurt you. They can hurt you from the 5th position all the way down to the 8th position. And I'll just take a guess and think that the leadoff man probably's got a pretty good.
Metropolitan is the home team here this afternoon. With 93 quarters. A little bit of a high ERA of 5.91, but when you as a team are averaging 355 batting average, and you're scoring 507 runs, 576 runs, but only giving up 238. I think you'll take that one again.
Sure, you're just naturally going to be throwing the contact. Let your defense help you, because you know that your offense most certainly is going to. And at this level, the defenders behind you are going to be very well drilled throughout their life. They know the fundamentals of baseball, how to defend, how to hit cutoff men, how to just know what each situation will bring. It's exciting to watch baseball at this level. This is definitely an exciting time for these young men to be playing in this national tournament here in the facility. Really good looking. The records might say that it's a little bit of a mismatch, but in baseball, you just never know. Day, team defeat another, just like it is all the way from the pros. Still show up, still play the game, and see what happens. I'm excited about this game. We've got a pretty good crowd. Go back to the stadium here. See if Jim Harper makes having baseball here just a few months.
Should be a fun one here. We'll have Crowder baseball all weekend long. We'll follow them the entire weekend as we try and follow them throughout the weekend. We'll have the call.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to historic Joe Becker Stadium, site of the 2021 NJCAA Region 16 Baseball Tournament. Today's second game features the 4 seed, the Wolves of Metropolitan Community College, with the 13-25 record, against the 6th ranked and the number 1 seed, Crowder Rough Riders, with an overall record of 46-6.
Carson Reed, batting second is the third baseman, number 4.
Just a few announcements before we start this game. No sunflower seeds, nuts, or anything like that. Gum or tobacco are allowed inside of historic Joe Becker Stadium. Anybody with those items will be asked to leave the stadium.
Anthony Martin.
Joe Becker Stadium is also a smoke-free facility. If you must smoke, please exit the stadium. Bathrooms are located on the main concourse down the first baseline, and your concession stand is located on the main concourse behind home plate.
Sakowicz, batting seventh is the first baseman, number 34, Zane Morrow. Batting eighth is the right fielder, number 26, Max Pitts. And batting ninth is the left fielder, number 6, Ethan Portman. They're starting here today on the mound. Your starting lineups here brought to you by First Community Bank, Max Steel. Elected now for the starting lineups for the Crowder Rough Riders. They come in number 6 in the nation at 46 and 6 overall. Leading off is the shortstop, number 15, Logan Chambers. Batting second is the third baseman, number 10, Josh Patrick. Batting third is the left fielder, number 2, Nicholas Holder. Batting fourth in the cleanup spot, number 19, Landry Wilkerson. Batting fifth is the right fielder. Oh, I just had that, excuse me. Batting fifth is the first baseman, number 7, Gavin Glasgow. Batting sixth is the designated hitter, number 28, Frankie Cercello. Batting seventh is the shortstop, number 13, Jeffrey Mercado. Batting eighth, and doing the catcher here this afternoon, number 8, Chaz Cotton. And batting ninth, center fielder, number 1, Ray.
And now let's meet tonight's starters. First for the visitors from Metropolitan Community College. Leading off, the shortstop, number 10, Carson Reed.
Dead center, and about 320.
Batting second, the third baseman, number 4, TJ Nichols.
Yes, and then the right field has a
Batting third, the center fielder, number 3, Matt Schrick.
what you might have pictured. It's
Batting fourth, designated hitter, number 12, Anthony Marcano.
There's a little bit of a stone.
Batting fifth, the catcher, number 19, Owen Fork.
Grass hill that goes up from the warning.
Batting sixth at second base, number 15, Kale Sakowitz.
Short down that right field line. We don't know what the exact
Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 34, Zane Morrow.
part is out there. But even if it was only
Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 26, Max
quite a bit to
Pitts.
get up and over all
And
of
batting ninth, the left fielder, number 6, Hayden Thornton.
plays that come down either off of that.
Starting on the mound for Metropolitan, the left-hander, number 35, Jake Davey.
We're poised and ready now. We've got
Now let's meet the home team on the scoreboard, the Crowder College Rough Riders.
being made.
Leading off at second base, number 15, Logan Chambers.
Crowder College.
Batting second and third base, number 10, Josh Patrick. Batting third in left field, number 2, Peyton
Go ahead and
Holtz.
take another time out, come back with more after.
Batting fourth in right field, number 19, Landry Wilkerson.
Jesus Christ. For some, it's a name that's controversial, even offensive. Franklin Graham explains.
Well, it's obvious because he's the Son of the living God, and I believe there is evil in this world. And the devil is doing everything he can to discredit and to destroy the name of Jesus Christ. This name of Jesus, it's the greatest name in all of history. When Jesus was here on earth, he was the most controversial person of his day. Every generation, every century, Jesus Christ has dominated that century. He has to be the Son of God. If he was just a mere man, why would there be such an impact? There are a lot of religions founded by men, but no name has brought such controversy as this name of Jesus Christ.
We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association. For a free booklet on what it means to have a relationship with Jesus Christ, call us toll-free at 866-JESUS-CARES or click billygraham.org.
A proud supporter of Crowder College athletics is New Mac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is newmac.com or 417-451-1515. Proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, New Mac Electric, your touchstone energy partner.
And welcome you back as we get set for action here between Crowder and Metropolitan. Crowder, the home whites here this afternoon. as Crowder comes in 46-6 overall, whereas Metropolitan coming in at 13-25 on the season. Metropolitan, like we said, will look like this once again. Starting lineups are brought to you by First Community Bank, Max Steel, and New Mac Electric. First three for Metropolitan are Carson Reed, TJ Nichols, and Matt Schrick. The next three are Anthony Marcano, Owen Fork, and Cale Sakowitz. And the final three for Metropolitan are Zane Morrow, Max Pitts, and Hayden Thornton, as they will face Dylan Carter here this afternoon. Dylan Carter is just finishing his warm-up tosses, and we are almost ready for some baseball here this afternoon, Alan.
Beautiful day, perfect conditions. We've got a nice crowd, and we are ready to go.
As Carson Reed will step into the box, we thank you so much for joining us here on the KNEO Sports Network for some Region 16 action. That first pitch is swung on and missed by Carson Reed, so the count is 0-1. Reed, a .324 batting average for Metropolitan as he takes a ball, so the count now 1-1. 45 hits on the season, 11 doubles, 2 triples, 6 home runs, 22 RBIs. So that pitch goes to the backstop. So the count now 2-1. The winner gets Jefferson College at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. The loser gets St. Charles at noon. Winner is guaranteed 2 games that it is double elimination as that pitch is fouled off. So the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. But it is double elimination. And so the loser has to win to survive. The winner faces Jeffco. And the winner of that game will be way ahead as they'll be into Saturday's championship game. The pitch is high, so the count now 3-2 here on Carson Reed. First batter of the contest, that's swung on and missed. And there is 1 out as Carter gets the strikeouts here to start action.
Came at him, challenged him with the fastball.
TJ Nichols.
It was in the upper half of the strike zone, and he was not able to catch up with it.
TJ Nichols, a .265 average, 36 hits on the season, as that one is popped a mile high, and it's going to sky out of play. And so the count is 0-1. You like here Carter getting ahead of these hitters, as that ball is lined down the left field line, and it's going to get out of play.
You're right, Ben. I like he started off both of the first 2 hitters with first 2 pitches were strikes to both hitters. That just gives him an advantage.
As here comes an 0-2, way ahead, and that pitch is high for a ball, trying to see if he would chase. He would not. So count 1-2. Crowder in the all whites, white bottoms, white tops, blue trim, blue numbers. As here comes a 1-2, and that pitch in the dirt. So the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Metropolitan in the gray pants, blue tops, gray lettering and numbers here this afternoon. As the 2-2 pitch is high, so the count now full at 3-2, and TJ Nichols has done a good job of battling back from an 0-2 count to make it 3-2. So here comes a full count pitch. That pitch is high for ball 4, so after a leadoff strikeout, a 1-out walk here to TJ Nichols.
Number 3, Matt Schrick.
As we said a moment ago, we didn't know what the exact measurement is down that right field line, but we know that there's a lot going on out there with that hill that goes up. But I noticed that the right fielder basically has his heels up to the warning track. Now with the number 3 hitter stepping in, we'll see what happens if he starts him off with the fastball down the middle.
So here comes the first pitch, and that's low and outside for a ball. So the count 1-0. Carter, a righty here for the Rough Riders. Runner on first is TJ Nichols. As here comes the 1-0. That 1-0 is outside, and Carter has lost the zone here a little bit.
Yeah, we started the first 2 hitters off with 2 strikes, yet we went full with both hitters. 1 struck out, 1 walked, and now we're in a 2-0 count with the number 3 hitter up, and we need to be careful here early.
As here comes a 2-0 to Schrick as he settles back into the box. Like you mentioned, a little bit odd dimensions here as that pitch is outside for ball, so the count 3-0 right field. It is a short fence, but they do have a little bit of a hill. Scoreboard just past the right, I'd say about right field fence, maybe a little towards right center. And then you have a normal size fence at 400 dead center as that pitch is outside for ball 4. So a strikeout and then back-to-back walks, and 2 runners are on for Metropolitan.
Well, I know it's early to analyze. Maybe there's a little bit of tournament butterflies going on, but that's unfortunately 7 consecutive balls for Carter. We'll see if he can start the cleanup hitter, start him off with the strike.
So 1 out, runners on first and second, and not very many teams have been able to jump ahead of this Crowder team as that pitch is outside for a ball. And that's what happens when you've thrown 7 or 8 straight balls. You're not going to get the benefit of the count there. I should say the call there.
Right.
It's 1-0 the count. As here comes a 1-0 to Anthony Marcano. That pitch is in there for a strike as he swings through it. So the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Still top of the first, game just underway here from Joe Becker Stadium in Joplin, Missouri. Crowder probably the heavy favorite to win this region as that pitch is low and outside for a ball. So the count 2-1. Crowder ranked 6th in the country. The second place team is 20-20 on the season in Region 16. The second seeded team as that pitch swung on and missed. So the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still only 1 out. Left field also kind of normal. 400 dead center, 320 down the left field line. As here comes a 2-2 pitch. That pitch is grounded back up the middle. Chance for 2. Only play to first. It's a 6-3 putout. Fielder's choice allows runners to get to second and to third on the play. And so now a base hit could potentially, I shouldn't say could potentially, a base hit would give Metropolitan the lead here in the top of the first. There is no potential. A base hit would score at least 1. As that first pitch is in there for a strike, so the count is 0-1. As here comes the 0-1, that pitch grounded to third. He's going to tag the runner for the putout to end the inning for Metropolitan. There in the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left on. And we are through a half inning. It is Metropolitan nothing and Crowder coming up here on the KNEO Sports Network.
You have a soul.
Franklin Graham, talking about all of us.
Every one of you here tonight, you have a soul. You have a spirit that lives inside you. And my question to you, do you know where your spirit or your soul is going to reside for eternity? Every one of us is going to be dead one day. Every one of us is going to cross that river of death. We're going to pass through the valley of the shadow of death. That's all of us. Are you prepared for eternity? Are you ready to stand before a holy God?
If you know you're not ready for eternity, you can be. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association. For a free booklet about how to be ready for eternity through a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, call us toll-free at 866-JESUS-CARES or click billygraham.org.
Graphic Connection at 1006 Harmony Street in Neosho is your source for all sporting apparel. Graphic Connection provides screen printing services as well as fan gear for local schools, yard signs, athletic wear, sporting goods, letter jackets and patches, engraving, embroidery, and more. Their phone number is 417-456-5040 or check them out on Facebook.
And we welcome you back as we get set for the bottom of the first inning. Crowder coming in, like we said, at 46-6 overall. As Crowder will leave off with Logan Chambers, then Josh Patrick and Peyton Holt. Anybody who reaches, Landry Wilkerson will come to the plate. Chambers on the season, 13 home runs, 94 hits, 32 doubles, 3 triples, a .427 batting average as they will go against Jake Davey. That first pitch is in there for a called strike, and so the count is 0-1.
Jake Davey, a big lefty, facing left-handed leadoff hitter Logan Chambers here to start the game.
So that 0-1 pitch is laced to the first baseman, and Morrow corrals it himself for the putout, and there is 1 up and 1 down as we have Josh Patrick coming to the plate.
Another left-handed hitter steps in for Crowder.
Patrick on the season leading the team in home runs with 14, and he's got a .327 batting average as he takes that pitch outside for a ball. So the count is 1-0. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that pitch is outside for a ball, so the count's 2-0.
Hard for these left-handed hitters to not take a look at that green monster of sorts out there in right field.
As here comes the 2-0 pitch, and that pitch is high. So the count 3-0.
Sponsors include Graphics Connection, Crowder College, First Community Bank, and Max Steel.
I want to thank all the sponsors bringing you Crowder baseball here all weekend long, as that pitch is outside for a ball. And so just like Crowder, Metropolitan's Jake Davey has a 1-out walk as he walks Patrick. Metropolitan will look like this in the field. Left to right in the outfield, Hayden Thornton, Matt Schrick, and Max Pitts. Left to right in the infield at third base is TJ Nickel, shortstop Carson Reed, second baseman Cole Sakowitz, and the first baseman Zane Morrow, with a battery of 0-4 catching Jake Davey. That pitch is hit in the air to right field. It's near the foul line, and it's caught out there in right field by Max Pitts, and there's 2 down. He hit that ball for a long way for seeming like it was off the end of the bat.
It did. It was high, and it was a little better than medium depth out there in right field, and the wind was kind of it was twisting from left to right.
Landry Wilkerson will come to the plate for the Rough Riders as takes a called strike, so the count 0-1. Jake Davey, a lefty here for Metropolitan. As here comes an 0-1 pitch. That 0-1 pitch is inside for a ball.
3 of the first 4 hitters for Crowder left-handed. I think that's unusual at any level.
Neither team has a hit so far. 3 walks combined between the pitchers. As here comes the 1-1. That pitch is in there for a strike. So the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jefferson College took care of St. Charles in 7 innings, 13-2 in the opening game. So the winner of this contest against Jefferson College tomorrow at 3 o'clock as that pitch is outside for a ball. So the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wilkerson, 12 home runs on the season and a .361 batting average. As a team, Crowder batting .355. As here comes a 2-2, and that pitch laced on a hop to the shortstop. He's going to throw to first in time for the putout. A nice play there on a rocket by Carson Reed to end the inning. For Crowder in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and one left on. We are through one with no score here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Tally Tire at 18152 Highway 86 is a proud supporter of Crowder College and would like to congratulate the Rough Riders on an amazing season. Tally Tire is your full-service car and truck headquarters. They carry name-brand tires such as Nexen, Mastercraft, Uniroyal, ATC camper shells and bed covers, and do oil changes and tune-ups. Call Tally Tire today for all your automotive needs at 417-451-0457.
First Community Bank. Our new Swipe and Save program makes it a lot easier to stash money away into savings. Once you enroll your First Community Bank checking account into the program, your savings will grow every time you swipe any MasterCard debit card that is tied to your checking account. Swipe and Save automatically rounds up each debit card purchase to the nearest dollar and then transfers the change into your savings account. It's that easy. Call or stop by a First Community Bank location for enrollment details.
First Community Bank, member FDIC.
We head to the top of the second as Kale Sakowitz hits one in foul territory, but there is room out there in foul territory for Gavin Glasgow, and so Sakowitz fouls out on one pitch, and there is one down here in the top of the second inning. You will take that if you're a pitcher. One pitch and one out.
Always, always.
As Zane Morrow comes to the plate, and he takes a ball low, so the count 1-0. Morrow and then Max Pitts. Anybody reaches, Hayden Thornton will come to the plate as that pitch maybe a little bit outside, also maybe low, and the count's 2-0.
Dylan Carter likes to work fast.
As here comes the 2-0. Now pitch is in there for a strike. So the count quickly moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. I will say the one thing it seems like so far as he takes a called strike and the count's 2-2 is Dylan Carter a little bit wild here to start off. As here comes the 2-2, and that pitch is foul, tipped into the mitt, and 2 up and 2 down here in the second inning. So a good start to the second for the Rough Riders as Max Pitts will come to the plate. That pitch is foul, ticked to the backstop, and so the count is 0-1.
Definitely shaping up here for Dylan Carter with just 8 pitches in this inning.
So one pitch is high. So the count now 1 ball and 1 strike. A very quick inning so far as that pitch is inside. And the count now 2 balls and a strike. And a pretty tight zone here to start. So the 2-1 pitch is laced back up the middle and through for a single for Max Pitts. First time either team has had a runner on. And for Metropolitan, at the very worst, they clear the bottom of their lineup as Hayden Thornton will come to the plate.
Additional sponsors include Tally Tire, Bobby Bryant of American Family Insurance, ProLube Maintenance Center, and Graphics Connection.
As Thornton going to go into the box, and he's going to work against Carter as that first pitch is right there for a strike, and the count is no balls and 1 strike. 0-1 the count, as here comes an 0-1 pitch. Now 0-1 pitch is laced through on the left side for a single. So after what looked like might be a quick inning for Dylan Carter, back-to-back singles by the bottom of the lineup. And it is back to the top of the order, and Carson Reed who struck out swinging his first time up.
You just never know in the game of baseball. The 8 and 9 hitters come up and hit 2 line drive, sharply hit base hits.
And so now you get back to the top of the order, which Reed struck out swinging in the first. And he takes a ball high and inside. So the count 1-0. So here comes a 1-0, and it almost looked like he offered at it. They're going to check, and he did go. So the count 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count with 2 outs here on the top of the order for Metropolitan. The 1-1 pitch is in the dirt. Nice block there by Chaz Poppy.
Clean pick by Poppy behind the plate. That ball landed well out in front of home plate.
2-1 the count here on Reed as Carter went full on Reed before striking him out. That pitch outside for a ball, and the count 3-1. Mostly sunny skies, I would say, here this afternoon, Alan, and it's not too hot. Mid-60s, a little bit, maybe unusually cool here for the middle of May. So that pitch is in the dirt for ball 4, and just like that, Metropolitan has the bases loaded full for the number 2 hitter, T.J. Nichols.
It is perfect conditions, Ben. And I noticed that the defense is playing straight away. Nothing unusual going on. No big shifts, not playing anybody to pull or anybody to go opposite field necessarily. But now you've got a little situation here with the bases loaded. There are 2 outs, but the bases loaded with T.J. Nichols up.
And there is very little wind. The flag out there behind center field is about as limp as you could get as that ball is skied to left field. And out there deep left field to corral it for the final out is Peyton Holt. For Metropolitan in the inning, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 3 left on. We're through an inning and a half, still scoreless here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Insurance Benefits Consultants at 1009 Neosho Boulevard is proud to be a part of the local community and wants to thank everyone for allowing them to serve them. They offer individual and group payroll deducted supplemental benefits for those who have an injury or accident which keeps them from working. For more information, the phone number for Jay Boyce at Insurance Benefits Consultants is 417-451-4244 or online at ibcneosho.com. Proud to support Crowder College.
Max Steel Incorporated in Diamond, Missouri is proud to be supporting this portion of the game. They specialize in metal building supplies including residential and commercial garage doors, vinyl siding, plus windows and insulation for commercial and residential. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. till noon. Max Steel Incorporated located at 17982 Elder Road in Diamond, Missouri or online at maxsteelinc.com. 417-325-5300.
It will be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for Crowder here and the bottom of the second, as it will be Gavin Glasgow, Frankie Cercello, and Jeffrey Mercado as that pitch is skied into foul territory, and the first baseman can't quite get it as he's up against the fence. So the count will be 1 ball and 1 strike here on Glasgow.
Ball got out there in no man's land. Really nobody could get to it. The first baseman tried to make an over-the-shoulder catch. Would have been a really outstanding play if he'd have made it.
As here comes a 1-1, and that pitch is inside. So the count 2 balls and a strike. And, you know, we come into this contest, Alan, talking about how explosive this offense is. And, I mean, granted, it's very early, but through an inning and a batter, the Metropolitan pitter, Jake Davey, seems like he's got him stymied a little bit.
Well, I think Davey is a little bit of a puzzle that takes a little solving. He's a big guy, tall, lefty, and when he's coming that big windup, you're anticipating the ball to just really come screaming in, and he really likes to throw a lot of off-speed stuff, big curveballs.
Count now full here on Glasgow as that pitch is fouled out of play towards the parking lot, so he'll stay alive. Good crowd here, obviously. Crowder going to have a good-sized crowd due to the fact that A, they're 46-6, and B, they're about 25, 30 minutes away as that pitch is high for ball 4. Leadoff walk, second walk of the afternoon by Davey, as Frankie Cercello will come to the plate. Pitch was close, but the ump called it a ball.
Yeah, Davey's showing a little bit of emotion there, upset with not getting that call. We'll see if he can settle in now.
As Cercello will come to the box for the Crowder Rough Riders, and that first pitch is right there for a strike. So the count 0-1. Double elimination tournament championship game scheduled for Saturday at noon. As the 0-1 is right there for a strike. And the count quickly moves to no balls and 2 strikes here on Cercello. As here comes an 0-2. That pitch is high for a ball. Count 1-2. Not paying too much attention to Glasgow over there at first base. I wouldn't say he even really has that sizable a lead.
Pretty conservative.
That pitch is outside for a ball. And so the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Runner on first. So the 2-2 pitch is hit back up the middle. Tough play, only one play. It's the shortstop, Reed, coming over to make the play. Too much of a slow roller to get a double play on it. So Glasgow will move over to second. And a runner in scoring position for the Rough Riders as Jeffrey Mercado comes to the plate.
It's mostly sunny today, Ben, but there's just every so often there will be a cloud in front of the sun, and it appears to be overcast conditions, and then it'll completely change.
So here comes the first pitch, and that's in there for a strike. So the count, no balls and a strike. 0-1 the count here on Mercado. As here comes an 0-1. That 0-1 curveball hit towards the Crowder dugout.
Some of our sponsors include Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Insurance Benefits Consultants, Roof Masters Remodeling, and the law offices of Wood and Peterson. So
0-2 the count here on Mercado, as Davey would love a strikeout. Here comes the 0-2, and that pitch laced to the right side. A nice play on a hop by Sakowitz. It's a 4-3 put out as Crowder gets the runner over to third base. So Glasgow over at third for Chaz Poppy. Now potentially a wild pitch could score Glasgow, but as you look, it's not very much room behind the plate, and it could be a hard back as well. To the catcher as that pitch is high for a ball, so the count 1-0. Crowder still yet to get a hit. They got 2 base runners, both of them on base on balls.
That last out was hit very sharply to the second baseman's left. He made a nice play there.
As that 1-0 pitch is a fastball high and outside.
One of the benefits of playing here is you're going to get a good hop just a strong 95% of the time. You're not going to have any surprises, and he played that very well.
As the count is 2-0 here on Poppy. The 2-0 is high and outside for a ball. And so now the count is 3-0. As they would love for him to walk. Have runners on first and third for Clayton Gray. So here comes the 3-0. He's swinging a green light on a 3-0. Popped a mile high as the shortstop calls off the third baseman for the final out of the inning. For the Rough Riders in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, one left on. We're through 2, still no score here on the KNEO Sports Network.
The law offices of Wood and Peterson is proud to be sponsoring this portion of Crowder College baseball on KNEO. Located at 119 South Washington in Neosho and at 431 Virginia Avenue in Joplin. They serve Southwest Missouri with personal claim representation. For more information, the phone number is 417-451-4141 or online at neoshoattorney.com. Be sure to listen to This Week in Crowder College, sponsored by the law offices of Wood and Peterson, every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on KNEO.
Leads to a storm when disaster strikes. You gotta get informed.
Go with a winning team that will get the job done right. Roof Masters Remodeling is the professional team you can count on for all your roofing and home exterior needs. Call Roof Masters Remodeling today for your free estimate at 417-726-5226.
Restoration done right. Roof Masters. Roof Masters Remodeling.
Heart of the order for Metropolitan here as we hit the top of the third inning. It's the 3, 4, and 5 batters as it's Matt Schick, Anthony Marcano, and Owen Fork. As Schrick fouls the first one off, so the count 0-1. He walked his first plate appearance and got stranded at second on a fielder's choice. Metropolitan 2 singles there in the second inning, but no runs to account for. As here comes an 0-1, and that pitch hit sharply to the third baseman, Patrick. A long throw over, and safe at first base is Schick. So an infield single.
Third baseman, number 12, Anthony Marcano.
As Anthony Marcano will come to the plate. I don't think you can give an error on the play, and they don't. An infield single as Marcano will come to the plate. Just a tough play there for Patrick at third. It was a funny hop. He did an excellent job getting it. Just a long throw over to first base. Is that first?
It was hit to the third baseman's right, so he had to go toward the line.
As that pitch is high and outside for a ball, so the count 1-0. 1-0 pitch swung on and missed. So the count 1 ball and 1 strike.
Good off-speed pitch there by Carter. Had him way out in front.
1-1 the count. Runner at first is Schrick. 1-1 is in there for a strike, and the count quickly 1-2. Only 2 strikeouts so far here for Dylan Carter. He started 10 games this season, 6-1, but he does have that 5.91 ERA. That pitch is a strike and is swinging, so a strikeout. A stolen base for Schrick. It was a good throw by Poppy, but an excellent jump by Schrick, and so he's at second base as Owen Fork come to the plate. He grounded out to the third baseman to end the first inning. 1 out here in the third. Metropolitan has had a runner in scoring position every inning now, and they still haven't been able to put a run home. And when you're trying to pull off an upset, you have to be able to get those runs in.
Absolutely. You want to take advantage of every possible. That short hop there came in and caught the home plate umpire. He took a moment to kind of gather himself. I think we're ready to go back for it now.
1-0 the count here on Fork. As here comes a 1-0. That 1-0 is inside. So the count 2-0. tight zone here, but I will say he has been pretty consistent.
So far, I would agree with that.
And that's all you can ask for as a manager, as that ball is laced through the right side for a single. They're going to hold the runner at third base. So it's a single for Fork. A nice job getting the ball in there by Landry Wilkerson. And runners will be at first and third for Cale Sakowitz, who fouled out to the first baseman his first time up.
Hit sharply, pretty much right at the right fielder. He was able to field it on just, I think, one hop. He came in with a good throw. Good decision by the third base coach to hold him. It was a one-hopper right to the catcher.
The first pitch is hit to third. Chance for two and end the inning. No chance as it was hit right to Patrick. It's a fielder's choice. It's a 5-4 put out as Fork is out. And Trick did the smart thing and not even really thinking about trying to go home.
Yeah, they got the out at second. First and third now with two outs. A good chance to get out of the inning.
Zane Morrow will come to the plate. He pops that one down the left field line out of play. And so the count, no balls and one strike.
Sponsors include Roof One, Roper Honda, and New Mac Electric.
0-1 the count here on Morrow as they step off. Not sure if Morrow stepped out or if Carter just stepped off, but they had time called. That 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and the count quickly moves to no balls and two strikes here on Zane Morrow as Carter looking to strand two more. The 0-2 swung on and missed for strike three to end the inning. For Metropolitan in the inning. No runs, two hits, no errors, and two left. We're through 2.5. It is Crowder nothing and Metropolitan nothing here on the KNEO Sports Network.
We know your future plans and college plans may have changed, but your goals have not.
Crowder College is here to serve you.
Whether you plan to start a career or transfer to a university, Crowder provides opportunities to keep your dreams alive.
Providing personalized attention, affordable tuition, convenient access, hands-on experience, and transferable options are our specialties.
We are your neighbors and your friends. Crowder.edu.
We are much more than an education.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized for delivering quality specialty care safely and effectively. They were recently named a 2017 CareChex Top 100 in the nation for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
We head to the bottom of the third inning as Crowder and Metropolitan are scoreless here through 2.5. Crowder will have their 9, 1, and 2 hitters, Gray, Chambers, and Patrick working against Jake Davey, who has not yet allowed a hit. He has walked 2, but so far we've got zeros on the scoreboard. So here comes the first pitch to Gray, and that ball hit on a hop to the second baseman, Sakowitz, who throws to first in time for the putout. And at least through one round of the lineup, Crowder unsuccessful here against Davey as he has stymied them. Now Logan Chambers will come to the plate. Chambers 0 for 1, grounded out to the first baseman his first time up. Like you've said, Alan, Jake Davey has done a good job of keeping these Crowder hitters off balance.
Well, the first time through the lineup, he walked 2, but he didn't give up any hits.
1-0 the count here on Chambers. And really no real hard contact by Crowder as that pitch hits the outside corner. So the count is a ball and a strike. Really, I think the best hit ball by Crowder was that fly out by Peyton Holt to right field. That pitch hits the outside corner, a breaking ball, and the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Be interesting to see if Crowder can begin to solve the puzzle that is Jake Davey this second time through the lineup.
As here comes a 1-2. That ball laced to the shortstop Reed. A long throw over. It was a close play, but Chambers is out, and 2 up and 2 down for Davey. As we get the number 2 hitter, Josh Patrick, coming to the plate. He walked his first time up. So Crowder looking for some 2-out offense. As this first pitch is high and inside to Davey. I should say to Patrick, so the count is 1-0. So here comes a 1-0. Breaking ball a little bit high. And so the count now 1 ball and 2-0 the count, I should say. As here comes a 2-0 from Davey. That ball laced down the right field line. Foul. And the count now 2 balls and a strike. Jake Davey, a 6.46 ERA. He's 4-2 on the season. But right now he's pitching better than a 6.46 ERA. So that pitch is high and inside for a ball. And the count now 3-1 on Patrick. And Patrick probably can look for something to drive here.
Lefty on lefty matchup here.
So here comes the 3-1, and that one is foul ticked to the backstop, and so the count now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count, Crowder still without a hit. As here comes another full count pitch to Patrick. And that breaking ball is just outside, and so he has now walked twice. Peyton Holt will come to the plate. Holt coming to the plate. He flew out to right. Hit it a good ways for what seemed like it was off the end of the bat.
Yeah. He definitely didn't get it on the sweet spot, but it still carried.
So here comes the first pitch to Holt, and that pitch is going to get out of the stadium behind us.
Speaking of carrying, the flag is perfectly still out in center field right now.
So the count 0-1 on Holt. And even though Crowder 46-6 overall, like you've talked about, Alan, you have to wonder if maybe first game nerves in a tournament. That pitch is in there for a strike, a high strike in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. So 0-2 the count.
Jake Davey just has a different presentation, I think, than what Crowder is used to seeing out there on the mound. Big guy, big hair, lanky left-hander.
And Davey sends Patrick back to the bag as he steps off the mound. As here comes an 0-2 to Holt. That 0-2 breaking ball is hit through the left side for a single. Patrick going to try and take third. It's in front of him. It's a good throw, and he is safe at the plate. A single for Holt, and Patrick aggressive there, able to take third base. Usually in that play, you don't see a runner try and take third. It was aggressive, but it worked for the Rough Riders. That's their first hit of the contest, as Landry Wilkerson will step in and try and give Crowder the lead.
Well, you're absolutely right, Ben. One of the cardinal rules is you never want to make the third out of an inning at third base. And but he got in there just barely, but he made it. First and third now.
That pitch is laced to right field and deep, and that ball is good. A 3-run home run for Landry Wilkerson. Hits it just to the left of the scoreboard, and just like that, it is 3-0 for Crowder. You would think something was brewing for this team, and they get the 3-run home run, and it's amazing what one pitch will do for you, as Crowder now the 3-0 lead. As Gavin Glasgow will come to the plate. He'll try and continue. And that is now the 94th home run by Crowder this year.
He hit it hard, he hit it high, and he hit it deep into right center, just left of the scoreboard. And that is a big, big shot for Crowder.
That 1-1 pitch is in there for strike, and the count 1-2. And Holt not getting, I should say Patrick not being out at third base is a key play now, because instead of Wilkerson leading off the fourth with no score, Wilkerson was able to hit that 3-run home run.
Yeah, and it did work out. That's just the perfect example of why, though. You don't want to take that chance. There might be a home run coming up behind you.
For Crowder in the inning, 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. We're through 3. Crowder up 3-0 here on the KNEO Sports Network.
A proud supporter of Crowder College athletics is New Mac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is newmac.com or 417-451-1515. Proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, New Mac Electric, your touchstone energy partner.
Being a part of this community is important to Bobby Bryant of American Family Insurance. Located at 2020 La Cuesta Drive in Neosho, Bobby Bryant of American Family Insurance offers plans for auto, home, plus life insurance coverage for the whole family. Open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. To learn more about coverage options, the phone number is 417-451-1173 or online at amfam.com. A proud business impact partner of KNEO.
And we welcome you back as we get set for the top of the 4th inning. Crowder finally breaks through with a 3-run home run. And now it's the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for Metropolitan as Max Pitts takes a called strike. So the count 0-1. Pitts, Thornton, and Reed. That ball hit on a hop to the third baseman, and Patrick will throw it over to first, so a 5-3 put out, and there is one down for Metropolitan here in the 4th as Hayden Thornton will come to the plate. And Alan, you have to think that they've had 7 people left on base. They've had a runner in scoring position every inning, and Metropolitan hasn't been able to get a run home yet.
They have been unable to cash in their opportunities. Now we want to see Dylan Carter go ahead and throw to contact a little bit here and let your defense help you. Protect that 3-run lead. Don't give them any more of those unnecessary opportunities. No more walks.
Counts 2-0 here on Thornton. And like you said, you want to have those shutdown innings after getting runs across, as that pitch is inside for a ball, and the count now 3 balls and no strikes.
Now's a good time for a deep breath. Go ahead and just get 1 strike at a time here. There's no need to lose the number 9 hitter.
As that pitch is high for ball 4, and like you said, the number 9 hitter on with a walk. That is the 4th walk of the afternoon by Dylan Carter. As it's now the top of the order, and Carson Reed, who has walked and he also has struck out.
Very conservative lead at first.
As Reed takes a called strike, so the count on 1. Looked like he might bunt on the play, With one out, I don't necessarily know if that's the best decision, but they don't pay me to manage. As that ball hit to short, thrown to second for one, and first safe at first. So it's a 6-4 put out. Leadoff runner is out. Fielder's choice as Carson Reed at first for TJ Nichols, who is 0 for 1 on the afternoon. He's flown out to left. He's also walked.
Unable to double up the leadoff hitter there, even though it was hit fairly sharply right at the shortstop. Good speed, and he takes off.
That ball hit a mile high towards left field, and coming in shallow left field to corral it for the final out is Peyton Holt. For Metropolitan in the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, one left on. We are through 3.5, 3-0 Crowder here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Murder.
Franklin Graham speaking about the horrible sin of murder.
The Bible says thou shalt not murder. Taking somebody's life is a sin. Now there's some of you here tonight, you may be guilty of this sin. If you're guilty here tonight, my friends, I want you to know that God will forgive you. That's right. You're saying, Franklin, even though I have blood on my hands, you mean God can forgive me? I'm telling you that tonight. He will forgive you, and He'll set you free from the guilt that you've been carrying all these many years. He'll set you free tonight. You come to Jesus Christ.
Even if you've killed someone, you will be forgiven when you come to Jesus Christ by faith. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association. For a free booklet about how to be forgiven of all your sins and to have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, call us toll-free at 866-JESUS-CARES or click billygraham.org.
We head to the bottom of the fourth for the Rough Riders, as it'll be Frankie Cercello, Jeffrey Marcato, and Chaz Poppy, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Rough Riders. Cercello grounded out to shortstop his first time up. So that pitch is high for a ball, so the count 1 ball and no strikes. So here comes a 1-0. That ball is laced down the right field line. It's hit a ton, and it is foul. It had home run distance, but he was ahead of it.
It really did. Some of our sponsors include Tally Tire, Bobby Bryant of American Family Insurance, ProLube Maintenance Center, and Graphics Connection.
So 1-1 the count here on Cercello. That 1-1 pitch is low outside. So the count 2 balls and a strike. Nobody warming yet for Metropolitan, of course, 4 innings in. Not necessarily necessary with the score only 3-0. Pitch is high, so the count 3-1 here on Cercello. As here comes a 3-1. That 3-1 is right there for strike. Cercello probably looking for a fastball, and instead he gets the curveball. So he takes there, and the count now full at 3-2. That 3-2 pitch is nubbed off the end of the bat. Going to be a tough play for Nichols, and a wild throw. I think you got to give an infield single on the play, and then an error will allow him to go to second, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So a single for Cercello, and then the E5 on the throw allows him to get to second, as Jeffrey Mercado will come to the plate.
As you said, it was hit off the end of the bat. That ball was just really spinning. When the third baseman got to it, probably should have tried to eat it, but as it is, now there's a runner in scoring position right off the bat.
Mercado grounded out to second his first time up. If he can hit one towards right field, as that one goes towards the Crowder dugout. So the count's 0-1. You have the second baseman shading towards the second base bag, so you have some room out there towards the right side of the infield. As here comes an 0-1. That 0-1 is hit to the third baseman, bobbles it, and have to throw hard. He recovers and is out on the play. A nice recovery there by T.J. Nichols. He knew he had to work quickly to get him out, and he was able to do that. And there's one down as Chaz Poppy will come to the plate.
It was really a big-time play there because he had just on the previous play made a wild throw. This ball hit sharply right at him, and he initially drops it all the way to the ground, picks it up, and fired it over there, and just barely getting the out.
Poppy hit one a mile in front of the infield, in front of the catcher, as that ball is in to left field for a single. So runners at first and third for the Rough Riders as Clayton Gray will come to the plate. What I was saying was Poppy hit one a mile high, maybe about 10 feet in front of home plate, and the shortstop had come in and caught it. As Clayton Gray will come to the plate. Crowder trying to add on to their 3-0 lead. That first pitch is laced to center field and deep. Out there in left center field, and it's going to go all the way to the wall. One run going to come in and score. They're going to send the second runner to come in and score. A 2 RBI triple for Clayton Gray, and just like that, it is 5-0 for the Crowder College Rough Riders.
That ball was hit hard and so high that you thought there might be a chance that somebody could get underneath it, but they just couldn't catch up to it. I would say that without having the distances on the wall out there, that ball had to carry a good 350-plus feet to land where it did. And 2 RBIs, that ball was crushed.
So 5-0 for the Rough Riders. Runner at third with 1 out, and you have the top of the order, and Logan Chambers coming to the plate. He's grounded out twice. But like you said earlier, Alan, it seems like Crowder just needed to kind of see Jake Davey once.
Yeah. I tell you what, I think that ball was hit pretty well for coming from your 9-hole.
That pitch is high for a ball. So the count 1-0.
That ball was crushed.
So
top of the order now.
Gray over there at third as here comes the 1-0, and that ball laced deep to right field over the right fielder's head, and it's going to go over that short porch in right field. So it's an RBI double for Logan Chambers. And just like that, it's now 6-0 for Crowder, and this is one of those situations where they seem to have figured some things out, and this is where they tend to blow games open.
Yeah, that ball was just hit right on the screws. Fat part of the bat, middle of the plate. Right fielder really had no chance.
Josh Patrick comes to the plate. No official at bat. He has walked twice. That first pitch is in there for a called strike. So the count is 0-1. Davey allowed 3 runs in the third. So far 3 here in the fourth. Runner in scoring position for the Rough Riders. That pitch is outside for a ball. So the count now 1 ball and 1 strike. Still only 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. As here comes the 1-1. That pitch is in the dirt. A nice block there by Fork. And the count now 2-1. So Patrick still at the plate. 2-1 the count on him.
Seems like there's a little bit of a gang up of momentum right now in favor of Crowder College.
As here comes a 2-1 from Davey. That 2-1 hits the outside corner. And the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Some of our sponsors are Graphics Connection, Crowder College, First Community Bank, and Max Steel.
2-2 the count, 1 out here in the fourth. That pitch is fouled out of play. And so we'll do the 2-2 all over again. Patrick, 2 walks on the afternoon. Peyton Holt, who's on deck, is 1 for 2, and Landry Wilkerson had the 3-run home run. He's in the hole. As here comes the 2-2. That 2-2 breaking ball is hit a mile high into right center field. The center fielder going to call him off, and faking a run towards third is Chambers, as Matt Schrick able to get the ball back in quickly. And there are 2 outs here in the inning. As Peyton Holt will come to the plate. And I think if you're Davey, you don't want to see Landry Wilkerson this inning.
No, I could not agree more. Going to look to get the ball put in play right here to somebody.
So Peyton Holt at the plate, 1 for 2, singled and scored in the third, flew out to right. As that ball also hit a mile high, the right fielder going to come in, and actually it's the second baseman, Sakowitz, calling off the right fielder. For Crowder in the inning, 3 runs on 4 hits. There was an error and 1 left. We're through 4, 6-0 Crowder here on the KNEO Sports Network.
We know your future plans and college plans may have changed, but your goals have not.
Crowder College is here to serve you.
Whether you plan to start a career or transfer to a university, Crowder provides opportunities to keep your dreams alive.
Providing personalized attention, affordable tuition, convenient access, hands-on experience, and transferable options are our specialties.
We are your neighbors and your friends. Crowder.edu.
We are much more than an education.
Stashed away at First Community Bank, our new Swipe and Save program makes it a lot easier to stash money away into savings. Once you enroll your First Community Bank checking account into the program, your savings will grow every time you swipe any MasterCard debit card that is tied to your checking account. Swipe and Save automatically rounds up each debit card purchase to the nearest dollar and then transfers the change into your savings account. It's that easy. Call or stop by a First Community Bank location for enrollment details.
First Community Bank, member FDIC.
It's the heart of the order once again for the Metropolitan. So we head to the top of the 5th inning. Matt Schrick, Anthony Marcano, and Owen Fork. Anybody who reaches Kale Sakowitz. That first pitch is in there for strike. This counts 0-1 as Schrick 1 for 1. Singled in the third, walked in the first. And 8 Metropolitan batters left on base. So that pitch popped out of play. And so the count quickly moves to 0-2 here on Schrick. And Metropolitan has to be kicking themselves for those first 3 innings.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, right now Dylan Carter's just looking to have just keep the rhythm, let the beat keep going on here.
That pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is the first out of the inning.
The third baseman, number 12.
That's the 5th strikeout of the afternoon for Dylan Carter. So 1 out here in the 5th as Anthony Marcano comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2, grounded out and struck out. So here comes the first pitch to him. He offers that at late. And the count, no balls and a strike. 0-1 the count here. That pitch is laced foul. And so the count quickly moves to no balls and 2 strikes.
Additional sponsors, Roof One, Roper Honda, Numac Electric.
So 0-2 the count here on Marcano. As Carter seems like he's found a little bit of a groove as that pitch is low for a ball, so the count is now 1-2. As here comes a 1-2. That pitch popped up in the air foul. I think it's going to just sneak out of play, hits the Metropolitan dugout, and goes into the stands. So the count will remain at a ball and 2 strikes. But Carter has definitely found a groove. That pitch swung on and it was foul tipped into the mitt. Back-to-back strikeouts here for Carter as Owen Fork will come to the plate. He's 1 for 2.
Well, you can't ask for anything more than 2 strikeouts to the 3 and 4 hitters.
Once again, you want to have one of those shutdown innings after getting some runs in, and so far Carter has done that as that pitch is inside for a ball. So the count 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. That pitch is fouled down the left field line. So the count 1 ball and 1 strike.
We just keep going in and out. 1 minute it seems overcast, the next minute it's bright sunshine.
So here comes the 1-1. That pitch is fouled straight back. Count 1-2, and Carter a strike away from striking out the side.
Well, great job here in the 5th inning with throwing just a high percentage of strikes. It's what you want to do with the big lead.
As here comes a 1-2. That 1-2 is in the dirt. Count 2-2, and something that you mentioned earlier, and something that we've kind of noticed here lately is Carter goes very quickly, especially once he's found that groove, is that pitch in the dirt, and so the count now full at 3-2. 7 strikeouts for Carter, but he also has 4 walks.
Yeah, and really both teams have got pretty high pitch counts.
That pitch in the dirt, and Carter loses them. So a 2-out walk for Fork as Cale Sakowitz will come to the plate.
Just seemed very odd right there. I mean, 3 consecutive pitches that landed in front of home plate. Not quite sure what's up with that.
And like you said, after getting ahead with the fastball, 3 straight breaking balls, kind of a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, and when you've got a big lead, you can afford, if you have nobody on base, you can afford to say, here it is, hit it if you can.
So that first pitch, low and inside, because it looked like it was a pretty good pitch. So the count 1-0. Sakowitz 0 for 2, fouled out in the 2nd, reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. So that pitch is laced down the right field line, foul towards the Metropolitan bullpen. And the count now a ball and a strike. Carter yet to allow a run. There's been a lot of traffic, but no runs given up yet, as he's a strike away from being in line for the victory. So that pitch is not offered at as they check down at first base. So the count 2-1. So 2-1 the count here on Sakowitz. So the 2-1 is laced foul down past the Metropolitan dugout into the bullpen. And the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Both times that Sakowitz has swung in this at bat, he has swung late.
So 2-2 the count. As here comes the 2-2. And that pitch hits the outside corner for strike 3. Carter strikes out the side. He does allow a walk. We're through 4.5. Crowder up 6-0 here on the KNEO Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized for delivering quality specialty care safely and effectively. They were recently named a 2017 CareChex Top 100 in the nation for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Call Roof One and Done, 313-5153.
I love when a company gives back. My roofer, Roof One, has a referral program that I took advantage of. I referred my neighbor and Roof One gave me $100 and said if I wanted to donate it to my church, they would double it. I love Roof One and done.
Call Roof, one and done. 313-5153, area code 417.
We head to the bottom of the fifth inning with Crowder up 6-0, and they have their home run hitter coming to the plate. It's the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Landry Wilkerson, who hit a home run, a 3-run home run his last time up. Gavin Glasgow and Frankie Cercello. So it's the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for the Rough Riders here in the bottom of the fifth. Davey, after cruising through the first 2 innings, allowed 3 runs in the third and 3 runs here in the fourth, as that pitch is fouled straight back. So the count 0-1.
Wilkerson with the very full swing there. Not looking to punch that one to left field, I can assure you. He's looking to pull it.
So here comes an 0-1, and that breaking ball is in there for a strike. So the count quickly moves to no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 the count on Wilkerson, who's 1 for 2. He has the big blow, the 3-run home run. That ball laced towards left field. Hit a long ways, but it's going to scoot into the picnic area. And he's a strong boy if he can be late and hit it that far. So the count remains 0-2 on Wilkerson. Here comes another 0-2. That ball hits the outside corner for strike 3. Only the second strikeout of the afternoon for Davey, as
The first baseman.
Gavin Glasgow will come to the plate. He's 0 for 1. A strikeout victim in the third, and he's also walked. That first pitch is high for a ball. So the count is 1-0. So here comes the 1-0, and that ball is laced foul, out of play. And the count, 1 ball and 1 strike as it goes behind the Metropolitan dugout.
Boy, it's just fun to be out here with this kind of perfect weather. Just absolutely perfect setting.
So here comes the 1-1, and that ball is hit foul to the screen. And the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Davey trying to settle down after allowing 3 runs on 2 hits in the third, 3 runs on 4 hits in the fourth. He's allowed 6 runs so far, 5 of them earned. So here comes an 0-1-2. That ball outside, maybe a low as well. And so the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. If Crowder wins this contest, they'll play at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon against Jefferson College. Here comes the 2-2, and that pitch is inside. So the count now full on Glasgow at 3-2. So here comes a 3-2 from Davey. That 3-2 is laced down the left field line, foul. That ball hit hard, but foul. He was ahead of that one. Metropolitan does have somebody warming up in the bullpen. So here comes another full count pitch. That ball hit hard to the right side, a single. A 1-out single, as Kale Sakowitz looked like he had a play on it, and he went the wrong way.
Well, I've been talking about how that occasionally clouds have been moving in front of the sun. It just so happened that for that particular at-bat, it's bright sunshine. The angle that you and I are at, Ben, the ball was hit pretty much right at him. If he goes just a little bit to his left, he has a chance to field it. But he shuffled a little bit to his right. So we're not quite sure what happened there.
Frankie Cercello comes to the plate, takes a ball high. Count 1-0. He is 1 for 2 on the afternoon, singled in the fourth. It's also grounded out to shortstop. So here comes a 1-0. And that pitch hits the inside corner. So the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count here on Cercello, as here comes a 1-1. That ball hit to first, tags first for the out. Now they're going to have to tag the base runner, and they do for the second out. So it's a G3 and then a 3-6 put out to end the inning. For Crowder in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on. We're through 5. Crowder up 6-0 here on the KNEO Sports Network.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
Insurance Benefits Consultants at 1009 Neosho Boulevard is proud to be a part of the local community and wants to thank everyone for allowing them to serve them. They offer individual and group payroll deducted supplemental benefits for those who have an injury or accident which keeps them from working. For more information, the phone number for Jay Boyce at Insurance Benefits Consultants is 417-451-4244 or online at ibcneosho.com. Proud to support Crowder College.
We head to the top of the 6th inning. Crowder still with the 6-0 lead, as it will be the bottom of the lineup for Metropolitan. The 7, 8, 9 hitters, Zane Morrow, Max Pitts, Hayden Thornton coming to the plate, as Morrow takes a called strike. Counts 0-1. He's 0 for 2. He has struck out swinging both times up. That pitch is swung on and missed. And so the count now 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. That ball popped up in the air, and it's going to get out of play, foul. And so the count will remain at 0-2. That ball laced foul as well. And so Morrow doing a good job of staying alive.
I like the strategy, though, of coming at him.
So 2 pitch just outside. And so the count now 1-2 here on Morrow. Here comes a 1-2. That pitch in the dirt. So the count 2-2. Morrow doing a good job of battling. His count was 0-2, fouled off a couple pitches, and now he's got it to 2-2. This is the 7th pitch of that bat. That pitch is high and outside for a ball, and he's worked the count full at 3-2. So here comes a full count pitch. That pitch inside for a ball, and Morrow works from an 0-2 count to a walk. Leadoff walk as Max Pitts will come to the plate. As we have time, and I think that's head coach Travis Lollemond.
I believe he's up over 90 pitches now, Ben.
And we may have a pitching change. You got activity out there in the bullpen, but at the moment they are just talking. And while I have a moment helping support broadcasting on KNEO is Roper Honda. Roper Honda located at the corner of Rangeline and Newman Road in Joplin. Locations also on West 7th Street in Joplin, South Main, and Webb City. More information available online at roperhonda.com. And so they're going to stay with Carter here at the moment. I believe that's the 5th walk of the game by him.
I think that we're just, having an opportunity to kind of review our strategy here. We have Crowder has a 6-run lead. We need to keep people off the base paths. If they're going to get on base, they need to earn it.
That is the 5th walk of the afternoon by Carter, as that pitch hits the outside corner for a strike. So the count's 0-1. Pitts 1 for 2 on the afternoon. He's singled in the 2nd, grounded out to 3rd in the 4th. As here comes the 0-1, and that pitch laced to center field. And out there in medium center field to corral it is Clayton Gray. And there's one out for Hayden Thornton. Thornton 1 for 1 on the day. He singled in the second. He walked in the fourth.
Ball was hit hard, fortunately, with just a few steps to Clayton Gray's left to make the catch.
7 strikeouts for Carter, but 5 walks to go along with that. Thornton hits that one hard to short. Chance for 2. It's a 6-4, but no double play as Mercado throws to Chambers for the force out, but getting to first is Hayden Thornton as he beats the throw. So he'll be on first as Carson Reed comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He's reached base on a walk in the second and a fielder's choice in the fourth. Metropolitan has had runners on base in every inning as that pitch is fouled to the backstop. So the count 0-1. 9 batters left so far by Metropolitan here in 5 2/3 innings. As here comes the 0-1, and that ball laced to left center field and deep. And it's caught out there in the left center field. An excellent catch by Peyton Holtz to end the inning for Metropolitan in the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We are through 5 1/2. Still 6-0 Rough Riders here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Leads to a storm. When disaster strikes, you gotta get informed.
Hard work, dedication, and trust is vital to any team's success. Let the professionals at Roof Masters Remodeling help give you peace of mind during your next roof tear-off and replacement or home exterior project. Call them today at 417-726-5226.
Restoration done right. Roof Masters. Roof Masters Remodeling.
The law offices of Wood and Peterson is proud to be sponsoring this portion of Crowder College baseball on KNEO. Located at 119 South Washington in Neosho and at 431 Virginia Avenue in Joplin. They serve Southwest Missouri with personal claim representation. For more information, the phone number is 417-451-4141 or online at neoshoattorney.com. Be sure to listen to This Week in Crowder College, sponsored by the law offices of Wood and Peterson, every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on KNEO.
It's the 7, 8, and 9 hitters for Crowder here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Jeffrey Mercado, Chaz Poppy, and Clayton Gray. Anybody reaches, get back to the top of the lineup. And Logan Chambers. That first pitch is fouled back to the screen. So the count's 0-1. Mercado 0 for 2. He has grounded out to second and grounded out to third in his 2 plate appearances. 0-1 the count here on Mercado as both bullpens have activity. That pitch goes back to the screen. And so the count now 1 ball and 1 strike.
Crowder baseball sponsors include Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Insurance Benefit Consultants, Roof Masters Remodeling, and the law offices of Wood and Peterson.
That ball hit in the air to right field. The right fielder looking like he might have had a little bit of trouble with it, but Pitt's out there in right field, corrals it for the first out using his glove to protect against the sun. And there is 1 down.
This being one of those moments that we have bright sunshine at the moment.
Chaz Poppy coming to the plate. He's 1 for 2, singled and scored in the 4th. He's also popped out about 10 feet in front of the plate as that first pitch is fouled out of play into towards the concession stand. So the count 0-1. As here comes an 0-1 pitch to Poppy. as Davy wipes off the first sign. 0-1 pitch is nubbed to the shortstop on 2 hops. A good throw. And there are 2 outs as Reed throws over to first for the putout. 2 up and 2 down for Davy.
Number 1.
As Clayton Gray will come to the play. He tripled in 2 runs in the 4th inning. He also has grounded out to second base.
Number 9 hitter, but he sure showed us what he can do his last time up with the long triple to left center.
As here comes the first pitch to him, and that pitch is high for a ball. Count 1-0. Crowder has only left 3 on. 10 left on by Metropolitan. As that ball is laced down the right field line. A nice play there by Morrow at first to end the inning. Nothing doing for the Rough Riders here in the 6th. We're through 6. Still 6-0 Crowder here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Speak on that little word hope also.
Billy Graham speaking about the search for hope.
Because one of the 3 pillars of the Christian faith is love and hope and faith. Faith comes first. You must believe with all your heart in Jesus Christ, who died on the cross for you and who rose again. Then he gives you love, and then he gives you hope. And the whole world is looking for hope. Ours seems to be a hopeless world. You read your newspapers or read the news magazines this week, watch the television. It's almost hopeless in some parts of the world.
As Mr. Graham has said, the whole world seems hopeless. But real hope is born in us when we come to Jesus Christ by faith. To start a relationship with Jesus Christ, call us at the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association toll-free at 866-JESUS-CARES or click billygraham.org.
We head to the 7th inning, and we have a pitching change for Crowder. Thomas Emmerich will come in to pitch for the Rough Riders as Dylan Carter went 6 innings, allowing 4 hits, no runs, 5 base on balls, and 7 strikeouts. He is in line for the victory as he will face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Metropolitan. That will be TJ Nichols, Matt Schrick, and Anthony Marcato. Anybody who reaches, you have Owen Fork coming to the plate. You would have to say a good outing for Dylan Carter. He normally has about a 6 ERA, a 5.91 ERA. Did not allow a run, but he's got to be a little more consistent. 5 base on balls to go with those 7 strikeouts.
Well, no question. He was erratic from time to time throughout the outing, but the bottom line is it's about runs. And he held them scoreless, so give him credit for that.
So Emmerich will come in, the left-hander, as Nichols
number 16, Thomas Emmerich. Emmerich now
takes a ball high, so the count 1-0. Nichols 0 for 2 on the day. He's flown out to left field twice. That pitch high and outside, and so the count 2-0. He also walked in the first and got stranded at third base. So 2 straight balls here to start by Nichols, as that pitch is a ball as well. So the count 3-0, and that's not something you like to see right out of the pen.
He's throwing awfully hard. We'll see if he can settle down and get strike 1.
That 3-0 pitch hits the inside corner, and the count now 3 balls and a strike. As I think Nichols thought it might have been ball 4. So here comes the 3-1, and that ball hit foul straight back. So now Nichols has done a good job of working his way back from 3-0 to 3-2. As here comes a 3-2 pitch. That 3-2 swung on and missed for strike 3. First strikeout of the evening for Emmerich, as there is 1 down for Matt Schrick, who is 1 for 2. He walked in the first, singled in the third, struck out swinging in the fifth.
That's just country hardball there, Ben. He just is reaching back, throwing the ball very hard, challenged the hitter, got the strikeout.
That first pitch is blooped in the air into no man's land, but the left fielder out there, Peyton Holt, able to come in and corral it as the shortstop went out, Mercado, and Holt calls him off. And there are 2 up and 2 down as Anthony Marcano will come to the plate. He's 0 for 3. He has struck out twice, and he has also grounded out. As here comes the first pitch. That's high and outside for a ball. So the count's 1-0. As here comes a 1-0 pitch. Memrick, and that pitch now inside. So the count 2-0. As Metropolitan still has somebody warming in the bullpen, and you have to think if Davey might be done after 6. That 2-0 pitch is fouled out of play. So the count now 2 balls and 1 strike.
Nobody on with 2 outs. You like to go ahead and just go right at this hitter. I know it's the cleanup hitter, but still.
He hasn't done a lot. So they try a quick pitch and pitches a ball. So it's now 3-1. 3 balls and a strike here on Marcano. So here comes a 3-1. That ball hits him. It would have been a walk anyways, but
there's a little controversy.
They are going to say it's a hit by pitch. I think Crowder, like you said, wanted to say that it hit the bat, but
well, he was shaking his hand like the ball had made contact with his hand. Looks like now the umpire is going to go talk to the first base umpire, I guess.
And the first base umpire probably he would have a hard time overruling him because he doesn't have the view.
Well, he's 110 feet away at least. It appeared that he didn't make any attempt to get out of the way. That's what I was originally thinking was going to be the controversy.
Because if it's in the strike zone, it would have been a strike. I mean, obviously, if it hits the bat, it's a foul ball. But Marcano over there at first base, fork at the plate. He's 1 for 2, singled in the third, walked in the fifth. He's also grounded out as a single through the left side. And so Metropolitan trying to get a 2-out rally going here. So they'll have runners at first and second for Cale Sakowitz. Sakowitz 0 for 3. He's fouled out, reached on a fielder's choice, and struck out looking. So Emmerich looking to maintain the shutout.
Once again, Metropolitan with an opportunity with base runners.
And Crowder not holding anybody on as that first pitch is right in there for a strike. So the count 0-1. No runs on 5 hits so far for Metropolitan as they try and break through here in the 7th. That 0-1 pitch hits the inside corner, and the count quickly moves to ball and 2 strikes. 0-2 the count, I should say. For Crowder, 6 runs on 7 hits. So here comes an 0-2. That pitch is popped out of play, foul. So the count will remain 0-2.
Sponsors include Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Insurance Benefits Consultants, Roofmasters Remodeling, and the law offices of Wood and Peterson.
So 0-2 the count here on Sakowitz as here comes another 0-2. He swings and misses at that for strike 3 to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on. We're through 6.5. Crowder still maintains a 6-0 lead here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Plans and college plans may have changed, but your goals have not.
Crowder College is here to serve you.
Whether you plan to start a career or transfer to a university, Crowder provides opportunities to keep your dreams alive.
Providing personalized attention, affordable tuition, convenient access, hands-on experience, and transferable options are our specialties.
We are your neighbors and your friends. Crowder.edu.
We are much more than an education.
Max Steel Incorporated in Diamond, Missouri is proud to be supporting this portion of the game. They specialize in metal building supplies including residential and commercial garage doors, vinyl siding, plus windows and insulation for commercial and residential. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. till noon. Max Steel Incorporated located at 17982 Elder Road in Diamond, Missouri or online at maxsteelinc.com. 417-325-5300.
A new pitcher on the mound for Metropolitan will greet Crowder here as we begin the bottom of the 7th inning, as it will be the top of the order for Crowder, Chambers, Patrick, and Holt, and they will be facing Hunter Atkinson here this afternoon, as Jake Davey went 6 innings for Metropolitan, 7 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 3 base on balls, and 2 strikeouts. There was 1 error by Metropolitan, so 1 of those runs is unearned. It'll be Chambers, Patrick, and Holt. Anybody reaches Landry Wilkerson will come to the plate. And I think if you're Metropolitan, even though he gave up 6 runs, I think you kind of take that, especially against this Crowder offense.
Well, yeah, it's such a potent offense for Crowder that it can just get on you so quick. Couple of guys get on and bang, 3-run homer. Next thing you know, you're reeling, trying to catch your breath. And he eventually did. Davey eventually did. He settled back down pretty well there those last couple of innings.
And like you said, after allowing 3 runs in the 3rd and 3 in the 4th, he had 2 straight 1-2-3 innings to end his outing. Chambers comes to the plate. He's 1 for 3. He doubled in the 4th. He's grounded out twice as well. That first pitch is high and outside for a ball, so the count is 1-0. Chambers an RBI double there in the 4th inning. As here comes the 1-0, and that pitch is high and outside, so the count quickly 2-0. Crowder would love to put up a 4 spot here and end the game in 7 innings. As here comes a 2-0. That 2-0 pitch popped in the air a mile high. The right fielder had a long ways to run, and he comes in and corrals it for the first out. Pitts a long ways to run, but with how high that ball was hit, he had time to corral it for the first out, as Josh Patrick will come to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He flew out to center in the 4th. He walked and scored in the 3rd and walked in the 1st.
You're right, Ben. That's what you call a major league pop-up right there.
So 1 out here as Patrick will take a ball high, and so the count is 1-0. As here comes a 1-0 pitch from Atkinson, and that ball laced to left field, and it is corralled out there in left field by Thornton. And 2 up and 2 down for Crowder here in the bottom of the 7th, as Peyton Holt will come to the plate. He's 1 for 3. Flew out to right in the 1st, singled and scored in the 3rd, popped out to 2nd in the 4th. This Crowder offense has been stymied here the last 3 innings, as that is 8 straight Rough Riders retired by Metropolitan pitching. That ball hit on 2 hops to the shortstop, a long throw, and it was not able to be picked at first base. It's an error on the play. Guess the question is do you give it to the shortstop or the first baseman?
I think you have to give it to the shortstop.
As they would have had the runner out at first. And this is where Crowder tends to feast, is on those mistakes. Wilkerson, a 3-run home run. He's 1 for 3. He'd love to put up a 2-spot here. That first pitch is outside for a ball. So the count's 1-0, and that breaks up 9 straight Rough Riders retired. I should say 8 straight Rough Riders retired by Metropolitan pitching. As here comes a 1-0. That ball hit back to the screen, so the count 1-1.
And Metropolitan was just that close to having a 6-pitch inning and easily their most efficient inning of the game, but instead now they're having to deal with Wilkerson at the plate with the runner on.
As the count is 1-1, here comes a 1-1. That pitch is swung on and missed, and not even attempting a throw to second, so Holt being to second without a throw. And a runner in scoring position for the Rough Riders, but a 1-2 count here on Wilkerson. As Atkinson looks in for a sign, here comes a 1-2. That ball hit back up the middle. It'll be a tough play for the second baseman. Long throw and out to end the inning. Nice throw there by Shakowitz to end the inning for the Rough Riders in the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. We are through 7. Crowder still up 6-0 here on the KNEO Sports Network.
The late Tom Landry is remembered for his 29 years walking the sidelines as head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. But there was something much more important to him than being a successful football coach.
It was the fact that God loves me. John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have everlasting life." And then I went on to find out it was the fact that I was a sinner. And then I found what I was looking for. And that was the message found in 1 Corinthians 15:3 and 4, where the gospel of Jesus is the declaration of 3 facts. Christ died, Christ was buried, and Christ rose again. And when I heard that, I went to my knees and accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior 1 year before I took over the Dallas Cowboys as the head coach.
We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association. Call us for a free booklet about what it means to have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Toll free at 866-JESUS-CARES or click billygraham.org.
We head to the 8th inning as Sweet Caroline play here this afternoon, and Zane Morrow, Max Pitts, and Hayden Thornton will go to work as Thomas Emmerich begins his 2nd inning of work for the Rough Riders. As Morrow 0 for 2 and now 1 for 3 as he singles on the first pitch. And the leadoff runner on for Metropolitan as Pitts will come to the plate. He's 1 for 3.
Crowder baseball sponsors include Tally Tire, Bobby Bryan of American Family Insurance, ProLube Maintenance Center, and Graphics Connection.
Score 6-0. You don't necessarily expect a bunt play here. That first pitch is high for a ball. So the count 1-0. Pitts and Thornton, and then you turn the lineup over to the top of the order in Carson Reed. A very conservative lead at first base for Morrow as that pitch is high for a ball. So the count 2-0 here on Pitts. And if you're Crowder, you don't want to even think about runners on base. So the 2-0 pitch is fouled out of play behind us. And so the count now 2 balls and a strike. Fast game so far. We're hour 54 minutes in, and we're already in the top of the 8th inning, Alan.
We will take that. And Emmerich is beginning to come across with with a steady diet of strikes right now, which is what you want with the 6-run lead. Don't want to let anything get going here, and the best way for that to happen is to keep people off of base.
2 balls and 2 strikes here on Pitts. As here comes the 2-2, and that ball is fouled to the screen. And so Pitts staying alive as Emmerich worked it back from a 2-0 count to 2-2. Love another strikeout. If he gets another one, it'll be his 3rd. So here comes another 2-2 pitch. That 2 pitch is a curveball in there for strike 3. Pitts expecting the fastball, and he gets caught looking, and is 1 down. It's Hayden Thornton will come to the plate. Thornton 1 for 2 on the afternoon, singled in the 2nd, reached on a base on balls in the 4th, and on a fielder's choice in the 6th. There is activity out there in the Crowder bullpen as that pitch is high for a ball. Count 1-0. Not much activity though, just a couple guys loosening up. So here comes the 1-0 pitch to Thornton. That pitch is outside for a ball. So the count now 2-0. Pitch looked pretty good, but just outside.
Yeah, from our angle for sure. We're getting fooled every now and then.
So here comes a 2-0. That pitch is laced out of play down the left field line. So the count now 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 the count here on Thornton. Emmerich would love a double play ball. He obviously would take any kind of out. As here comes a 2-1 to Thornton. And that pitch is high for a ball. And the count now 3-1. The flag starting to move a little bit as there is a little bit of a breeze. Not much of one though. As here comes a 3-1. That ball hit in the air and deep to right field. It is on the wall. A nice play out there in right field by Landry Wilkerson. And there's 2 down, and you don't normally play with that little hill. And Wilkerson did an excellent job out there in right field as Carson Reed will come to the plate.
You wonder if it was going to come into play at some point during the game, and sure enough, you know, there was a hill similar to that at the Houston ball diamond. I think they've taken it out since then, but that was interesting. He went up 2 or 3 steps, reached up, made the catch. That was a great play. But earlier, we didn't get the chance to mention a whole lot about the play made by Peyton Holdout in left field for Crowder College. That because it was at the end of an inning, we didn't get a chance to talk about it, but he laid out for an incredible catch.
That ball is swung on and missed by Reed, so the count 1-1. Reed has reached base twice. He has also struck out and flown out to left. He's technically 0 for 3, a flyout, a fielder's choice, and a strikeout. He has also walked. So that pitch swung on and missed, so the count 1-2. Emmerich looking for his 4th strikeout in 2 innings of work. Leave that leadoff single stranded at first base. As here comes a 1-2 from Emmerich. That 1-2 is high for a ball. So the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. You want to leave Morrow stranded there at first base and have a clean inning for the heart of the order as that pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3 to end the inning. 4 Metropolitan in the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. We're through 7.5. Crowder still up 6-0 here on the KNEO Sports Network.
We know your future plans and college plans may have changed, but your goals have not.
Crowder College is here to serve you.
Whether you plan to start a career or transfer to a university, Crowder provides opportunities to keep your dreams alive.
Providing personalized attention, affordable tuition, convenient access, hands-on experience, and transferable options are our specialties.
We're your neighbors and your friends. Crowder.edu.
We are much more than an education.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized for delivering quality specialty care safely and effectively. They were recently named a 2017 CareCheck's Top 100 in the nation for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
We head to the bottom of the 8th inning here. And Joe Becker as Crowder a 6-0 lead as Hunter Atkinson will begin his second inning of work as he will face the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for the Rough Riders, Glasgow, Cercello, and Mercado. Anybody who reaches, Chaz Poppy would come to the plate. Glasgow, 1 for 2 on the day. Walked in the second, struck out looking in the third, singled in the fifth. As here comes the first pitch from Atkinson. That pitch hits the inside corner for a strike. So the count, no balls and a strike. As Glasgow has something in his eye. It's kind of important to get it out before you try and hit. So the count will be no balls and a strike. As Glasgow steps back in. Here comes the 0-1. That pitch is outside for a ball. So the count now 1 ball and 1 strike. As Atkinson now in his second inning of work. That pitch swung on and missed. So the count 1-2.
Crowder baseball sponsors include Graphics Connection, Crowder College, First Community Bank, and Max Steel.
As here comes a 1-2 to Glasgow. That pitch laced foul out of play. And so the count will remain at a ball and 2 strikes. As Glasgow does a good job of staying alive. Count remains at 1-2. As here comes another 1-2, and that pitch is high. Looked like he went with a changeup and missed it high, so the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. So that 2-2 pitch is just outside, so he has worked the count full at 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes here on Glasgow. As that pitch is laced to left center field and deep, but it is going to stay in the ballpark as Matt Schrick out there in center field corrals it for the first out of the inning. So 1 out here in the inning as Frankie Cercello will come to the plate. He's 1 for 3 on the afternoon. He's grounded out twice.
And I think he has the farthest hit ball of the day. It was a foul, but there's a lot of pop in this bat right here for sure.
So first pitch to Cercello is high for a ball. So the count is 1-0. Crowder 3 runs on 2 hits in the third and 3 runs on 4 hits in the fourth. That's how we've gotten to our 6-0 Crowder lead as Cercello takes a called strike. And so the count 1-1. As here comes a 1-1 from Hunter Atkinson. At 1-1, and I think he offered at it, and they're not going to challenge. They're going to check, and he did go. So the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. I was kind of surprised when I thought they weren't going to check it there, but the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, he clearly did go. I'm like you. I was surprised they didn't immediately appeal.
So here comes a 1-2, and that ball laced foul down the left field line. into the picnic area near the batting cages. And so the count will remain at 1-2 strikes. If Crowder can hold on to a 6-0 lead, they'll face Jefferson College at 3 o'clock tomorrow as that ball popped in the air foul, and that's going to sneak out of play. So Cercello doing a good job of staying alive. St. Charles faces the loser of this contest, and the loser of that contest will be eliminated from Region 16 contention. So that pitch is in there, hits the inside corner for strike 3. As Cercello thought that ball was inside, and there are 2 down for Jeffrey Mercado. Mercado 0 for 3, ground out, and fly out.
The shortstop, number 13, Jeffrey Mercado.
2 outs for Mercado as Atkinson gets his first strikeout of the afternoon. That pitch is in the dirt for a ball, so the count 1-0. If Mercado could reach, Chaz Poppy would come to the plate. Crowder did have 1 home run in the game. It was a 3-run shot by Landry Wilkerson in the 3rd. So here comes a 1-0. That ball laced to left center field and deep, but it is going to be caught out there. And the warning track by Hayden Thornton to end the inning. Nothing doing for the Rough Riders here in the 8th. We head to the 9th. Crowder up 6-0 here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Future plans and college plans may have changed, but your goals have not.
Crowder College is here to serve you.
Whether you plan to start a career or transfer to a university, Crowder provides opportunities to keep your dreams alive.
Providing personalized attention, affordable tuition, convenient access, hands-on experience, and transferable options are our specialties.
We are your neighbors and your friends. Crowder.edu.
We are much more than an education.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized for delivering quality specialty care safely and effectively. They were recently named a 2017 CareCheck's Top 100 in the nation for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Crowder just needs 3 outs to advance to the winners bracket portion of the Region 16 tournament, as they have the 6-0 lead here as we head to the top of the 9th inning. And Alan, this is something you and I talked about off camera, I should say, during the break, but if Josh Patrick gets thrown out of third to end the 3rd inning, that changes the whole complexion of this ball game.
Yeah, and it was strange because we had just commented on it that you don't want to break that cardinal rule of do not make the 3rd out of an inning at third base. Crowder got away with it. It was a close play, and wouldn't you know, 1 or 2 pitches later, a bomb to right center field.
As Emmerich begins his 3rd inning of work, he'll face TJ Nichols, Matt Schrick, and Anthony Marcano. As Nichols has a 2-0 count on him. He's 0 for 3. He also has a walk. This is the 2-0 pitch, swung on and missed. And so the count now 2 balls and a strike.
And you're right, because that definitely had to shake Jake Davey. His confidence was shook from that. The next inning he gave up 3 more runs.
A nice play there by the first baseman, Gavin Glasgow. It was a sharp one-hopper to him. He corrals it and tags the bag himself for the first out of the inning. As Matt Schrick comes to the plate, he's 1 for 3. He walked in the 1st, singled in the 3rd, struck out swinging in the 5th, flew out to left in the 7th. And Metropolitan has left a runner on base in every inning. They are probably thinking to themselves they should have at least had some runs. That one is popped up in the air, and Glasgow corrals it for the second out. 2 up and 2 down here in the 9th inning as Anthony Marcano comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3. He was hit by a pitch in the 7th inning. But Metropolitan has left 13 men on base. Not going to win very many ball games doing that.
No, nothing really, there's not been any breaks go Metropolitan's way.
So that first pitch is swung on and missed by Marcano. So the count 0-1.
But good teams will do that to you. When a team is 46-6, you tend to have things not go your way against them.
That pitch swung on and missed, and the count quickly moves to 0-2. It's Marcano trying to avoid a strikeout. Emmerich looking for his 5th strikeout of the game, and that would end it. As the 0-2 is laced foul towards the Crowder dugout as they're able to duck out of the way.
Sponsors include Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Insurance Benefits Consultants, Roof Masters Remodeling, and the law offices of Wood and Peterson.
So the count remains 0-2 on Marcano. 7 strikeouts for Carter, so far 4 for Emmerich. That pitch is high for a ball, so the count's 1-2. But 12 Metropolitan batters have struck out. As here comes a 1-2. That pitch is hit in the air to right field. Right fielder out there going to corral it for the final out. Wilkerson corrals it. Crowder wins this one. 6-2 is your final score. Crowder will advance to the 3 o'clock game tomorrow afternoon. They will face the number 3 seed, the Jeffco, and Metropolitan will face the number 2 seed, St. Charles. Crowder improves to 47-6 overall. Metropolitan falls to 13-26 on the season. The post-game show brought to you by Crowder College, Roof Masters Remodeling, and Insurance Benefits Consulting. After this, here on the KNEO Sports Network.
David extended his kindness to this little crippled boy.
Franklin Graham, speaking about King David's treatment of Jonathan's son.
For the sake of his good friend Jonathan, David didn't know the boy, but he loved him. And the Bible says, but God demonstrates his own love toward us in that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. The Bible says in him we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins according to the riches of his grace. The Bible says in his great mercy he has given us new birth into a living hope. And that's what you can have tonight, is a new birth into a living hope, the person of Christ.
To receive that living hope, call us at the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association and we'll help you begin a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Call toll-free 866-JESUS-CARES or click billygraham.org.
We know your future plans and college plans may have changed, but your goals have not.
Crowder College is here to serve you.
Whether you plan to start a career or transfer to a university, Crowder provides opportunities to keep your dreams alive.
Providing personalized attention, affordable tuition, convenient access, hands-on experience, and transferable options are our specialties.
We are your neighbors and your friends. Crowder.edu.
We are much more than an education.
Leads to a storm when disaster strikes. You gotta get informed.
Hard work, dedication, and trust is vital to any team's success. Let the professionals at Roof Masters Remodeling help give you peace of mind during your next roof tear-off and replacement or home exterior project. Call them today at 417-726-5226.
Restoration done right. Roof Masters. Roof Masters Remodeling.
Insurance Benefits Consultants at 1009 Neosho Boulevard is proud to be a part of the local community and wants to thank everyone for allowing them to serve them. They offer individual and group payroll deducted supplemental benefits for those who have an injury or accident which keeps them from working. For more information, the phone number for Jay Boyce at Insurance Benefits Consultants is 417-451-4244 or online at ibcneosho.com. Proud to support Crowder College.
And we welcome you back to the postgame show. Postgame show brought to you by Crowder College, Roofmasters Remodeling and Insurance Benefits Consultants. As Crowder with the 6-0 win here. Dylan Carter picks up the win. 6 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 5 base on balls, 7 strikeouts. He kind of battled his control there, but he was able to work around that here this evening, Alan.
Yeah, ultimately, when he had to make big pitches at the right times, he did, and his defense was solid behind him, and he was able to work out of trouble, which is what good teams do. You know, Crowder played like a team that is full of confidence. It certainly is reflected in their record coming into this game, 46-6, and they conducted themselves and handled themselves like a team that was expecting to win. And when they got that one opportunity, with a couple of runners on base, one bad pitch was made, and it was parked into the right center, over the wall out in right center, and that just immediately broke the back of the emotion of the Metropolitan team. And Davey, their pitcher, came out, had a rough inning the next inning, gave up 3 runs, and then gave up 3 runs again in the third and then in the fourth. After that, he had a couple of really solid innings, but the damage was done, and again, that's what great teams do. They sew it up in the end, they wrap it up and put a bow on it, and that's what Crowder College did today. Great effort.
Like you said, Landry Wilkerson, the 3-run home run, the big blow. He was 1 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Clayton Gray, 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. He had a hustle triple there for the Rough Riders there in the 4th inning.
Yeah, that was something you're not expecting when you see the number 9 hitter up in the batter's box, and he hits the ball the other way to left center. He's a left-handed hitter, hits it all the way out to the warning track, and is hit so far and so hard that they were, try as they might, they were immediately on their horse trying to get back to it, couldn't do it, and that brought in more runs. That kept the momentum going. It was enough to get Crowder all the way through to the victory.
Logan Chambers 1 for 4 with an RBI. He had an RBI double there in the 4th inning. Like we said, Dylan Carter, the victory, 6 innings, 4 hits, 5 base on balls, 7 strikeouts. Thomas Emmerich came in, and he kind of settled things down a little bit. 3 innings, 2 hits, 4 strikeouts. 12 different batters struck out for Metropolitan. These Crowder pitchers, the Metropolitan batters really were just overmatched.
They were. There was a lot of strikeouts on fastballs up in the zone that Metropolitan just could not catch up with. So Emmerich got to participate in a shutout victory. And however you get there, however many walks, however many whatever, doesn't matter. When your defense plays solid behind you and you make big pitches at the right times, then that makes all the difference. And I have to also one more time, if we were showing highlights on the 10 o'clock news, you'd be seeing on ESPN Sports Center the catch made by Peyton Holt out there in left field was one that was a ball that was hit very hard over his head. He's running back toward the warning track, all out, sees that he's going to have to lay out, does so, and Superman style dives, catches the ball, lands in the warning track, and makes just a spectacular catch to end an inning, by the way. There would have been runs coming in on that as well. So that's, again, what good teams do. Teams with great records make great plays at critical moments, and Crowder College did that today.
Metropolitan left 13 men on base. They finished with 6 hits. And they've just got to, you look at the first 3 innings, they had a runner in scoring position in each one of those innings, and they weren't able to take advantage of that. They're going to be thinking about that going into tomorrow's game. They have to be able to take advantage of runners in scoring position.
Yeah, they had their shot up against Crowder College, the number 1 seed. They had plenty of opportunities in the opening innings, was not able to capitalize. But again, I hate to keep beating the same thing, but that's what good teams do. They make big plays at big moments, and a lot of it has to do with how you carry yourself on the baseball field. And Crowder's in a really, really good place right now, emotionally, mentally, and of course they're talented. That helps too, doesn't it?
Metropolitan's Jake Davey takes the loss, 6 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 3 base on balls, and 2 strikeouts. Hunter Atkinson, 2 innings of relief, did not allow a hit, 1 strikeout. The Rough Riders, after those 4 innings, they had 1 base runner the final 3 innings. So really between Davey and Atkinson, they kind of settled down there for the 6th, 7th, and 8th.
They really did. I think they had a couple of 3 up, 3 down innings in there. And that's why we wound up having a game in a really good number. Well, how long was it? A little over 2 hours?
Yeah, about 2 hours and probably 10 minutes or so. And like you said, normally 9-inning games tend to last closer to 3.
Absolutely.
And so it tended to go towards a pitcher's duel here this afternoon into this evening. That will do it for us, though, here this evening as Crowder College with the 6-0 victory. The postgame show brought to you by Crowder College, Roofmasters Remodeling, and Insurance Benefits Consulting. Crowder plays tomorrow at 3 p.m. in the winner's bracket game against Jefferson College. We'll have that contest live for you once again. 3 o'clock is first pitch. We'll be on the air right around 2:50 for the start of that one. For Alan McCamey, I'm Ben Wolcott saying so long here from Joe Becker Stadium in Joplin, Missouri. We thank you so much for watching Crowder Rough Rider Baseball here on the KNEO Sports Network.